Hey, welcome back to Mobility Project. You'll notice sunlight, Golden Gate Bridge. It's December. I'm wearing shorts because that's why I live in California. Taj Mahal of porta potties. Tiny dancer in the house, Jesse Burdick. So come on over here. We're going to work on our. We've been talking about setups. In the garage the other day, I was talking about why we try not to end up really flexed and then pull flat, because that potentially sets me up to a bad, kind of poorly loaded spine. Yesterday, or today on the website, we've got Diane's bottom-up setup, which really allows her to get into a good upper back extension. But since we're pulling heavy, and we're protecting lumbar, and we can actually be in a little slight lower upper back slight bias, not abject rounding, but bias, what I want to do is talk you through Jesse's setup. And Jesse's not a very good powerlifter. He's just about 800 pounds deadlift, is that about right?
783.
783. I mean, who counts, you know? Take 5 of my deadlifts, duct tape them together, it's like one. But here's what I want to show you. I want to show you the load ordering sequencing. Now, Jesse does a good job, and one of the things that he will start at the bottom is that when he got into a good position, he screwed his feet into the setup, which tightens up and takes the slack out of his ankle position. So he's not just starting here soft, he actually screws his feet in. Is that true?
Yes.
True. The other thing that he does is he stands completely upright, and in this position, he's got no load on his back. His spine is stable. He hasn't started to load anything. Now he can start to think about getting tight and braced, correct? Yes. Then what do you do?
I just start my descent by making sure my hips are the first thing that moves back. Throw my knees out, grab the bar, find positioning for my lower back, make sure I'm nice and straight, knees out, get in a good position, nice and tight and tall, and then I pull.
See, this is what I hate about powerlifters. Now, Jesse, he's just like, so here's what I do. I just stand here like this, and then my butt goes back a little bit, and I just stand up, and I'm like, what's the big deal? Let me break it down for you guys. So Jesse starts up top, very little load, and the very first thing that happens is you're going to notice that he loads his hip. He puts the big engine on sequence first. Go ahead. Boom. Loaded the hip first. Back still stays flat. He hasn't surrendered his lumbar position. Don't pay attention to this. We're talking about this. Loads, knee is out, creating huge amounts of external rotation torque. Then what happens? He sets down, back still very flat. He's slightly lost here, but watch what happens now. He's idealized that flat position as long as he can. Now he retensions, puts load back in the hamstring, reclaims flat back system, then pulls himself into a snug position. And before he pulls, all the slack comes out of the system. 100% slack. Rock solid, rock solid, rock solid. There's no tension lost in the system. And then, an easy pull. And when he pulls, that was beautiful. Can you do one more for us? It is pretty heavy. I mean, if it's too heavy, take a breath.
These are all hundreds, right?
They're 200s. So what I want you to see, though, no change in his shirt wrinkles at all as he pulls. One more. Watch out, excuse me. Watch out deliberately. He'll take all the slack out of the system, loads the hip, retentions with the knee, back stays flat. Beautiful deadlifting. So whatever you're seeing, however you sequence from the top down, whether you're pulling sumo or traditional, we should see trying to prioritize spine, load the hip, adjust tension with the knee, take all the slack out of the system, and then pull. Tiny dancer, Jesse Burdick.
Look for Doctor and the Deadlifter.
Doctor and Deadlifter coming up, a sequence coming up series. And then your website is what?
MobilityWOD.com.
Wait, you mean if I'm just an average person who wants to get a little stronger, you've been programming that for how long?
Over a year.
Over a year. And how would someone start in PowerWOD.com?
From page 1.
BAM! It's so simple. People are like, where do I get involved with MobilityWOD? I'm like, well, let's see if you can squat. That's day one.
There we go.
You'll see the green shorts. And when you see me aiming the camera at my green shorts, you know you're there. Thanks, buddy. We'll see you guys tomorrow.